What happens if you don't change now? What's up, guys? Marty here with another edition of 101 Insider Weight Loss Tips. And today I got a story for you about the time I felt like I got hit by a truck after a concert. And, it's the coolest thing. Actually, I've been watching and I've seen a couple of my old band kids, my band students. I call them kids, even though I was only like 5 years older than them, maybe. First couple of set anyway. But I see you guys liking the videos. Thanks for your support so much. It means the world. And it reminded me of this big wake-up call, like the biggest slap in the face of my life, quite possibly, from a physical standpoint. And it was my second year teaching, and this is whenever I was starting to get my heaviest. Christmas was coming up. It was a Christmas concert. And, man, I got to tell you, there was a whole bunch of stuff going on that week as far as canceled practices and all sorts of stuff being thrown in a wrench. I was on edge. I was snapping at kids I shouldn't have been snapping at, saying things, and it was just an awful situation. But the thing that coincided with that was, like I was saying, it was my health. It was my size. I was probably approaching the 220 mark at this point, at this part in the journey, right before Christmas. And also at the same time, I got my animals running me over here. But at the same time, my wife was having to come and go week by week, and it was just one of these things where it was putting a lot of strain on us. So it's like the thing I would do, of course, would be go home, play video games deep into the night, drink alcohol, dip snuff, things like that. And before I knew it, this had happened to me. And I got to this concert, and I just, there's a picture of it, and a friend of mine, who's a very close friend of mine, he saw a picture of me on Facebook, and he was like, "Dude, you look like Alfred Hitchcock." And I was so mad at him at the time. I was so offended, but my gut was sticking out that far. Well, I ended up waking up the next day, and I'm just dog sore. Now, did I move a few pieces of equipment? Yes, but I can tell you this. I have been in literal cage fights and not been as sore as I was this time. That's a mistake that a lot of people make, and a lot of people will assume about people who are overweight, is that they're lazy. And it's like, if you are overweight and you're listening, I know you're not lazy. You're using all the energy resources you have just to play along, just to be there. And as I woke up the next day, I just thought to myself, I was like, what's happening to me? It still wasn't the turning point yet, and I kept spiraling, and it kept getting worse. And before I knew it, around New Year's Eve or so, whenever I was tipping off at 230 pounds or so, I was just beginning to realize these things, that I wasn't going to be able to sustain this for very long. I wasn't going to be able to make it. My wife came home from the doctor. She got a bad report on top of that. So things were at literal rock bottom here, where the back was against the wall. Knew I was going to have to change. And it was just one of these things to where I was like, dude, you're just going to hurt all the time. You guys see Thor back there, ninja. Anyways, you're going to hurt all the time, and you're going to be in this constant state of stress. And it's honestly, I realized that I was driving people away because of what I had done to myself and the constant state of stress that I was in. Now, you hear the part of the story where it's oh, Marty lost 100 pounds in less than 11 months, but it was because, I wasn't really compelled by getting the rock hard abs and getting ripped and shredded and all that stuff. I was deeply moved, though, by what it was going to mean long term trying to tell a story here. Thor is just taking all the spotlight. I just was like, man, if you don't change, you're gonna run yourself right into an early grave. And that realization of what that meant for, my fur babies, this one right here, what it meant for, the people who loved and depended on me to be there for them. And you might have kids, and you might even be a grandparent now or one day, and it's just one of those things that we got to realize that if we don't take care of ourselves right now and change our habits today, then we'll be robbing our loved ones. So I just, there's nothing like a compelling vision of what happens if you don't change. So this is the real reason why we come firing out the gate with these 101 insider weight loss tips, is because, I've personally lived it. I've seen the other side of what it's like to let yourself go to the point that you feel like there's no redemption. But let me just tell you, there is hope, and you can change today. And just remember, guys, you're one upgrade away, and I'll see you guys next time with the next tip.